Okay, let's try. Oh, daisy. Okay. Speak with Kryl at the Forgotten Night. Yep. Really? I'm looking great.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Indeed.
What a dork.
But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
Mm-hmm. That is what I recall.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean...
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino,
You mean I will be the first to
by
try?
all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Why don't you just let me do it? I'm the Warrior of Light. That's like specifically what my power is to not
I found
be
you at last.
taken over by other spiritual beings. That's the whole fucking point, isn't it?
A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
On a what? On a who? On a what?
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
I have been forced to this whole time. Won't let that boy die now.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
You could help Midgar Samar. Get it? His name is Midgar, like the city in Final Fantasy VII.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragon Song War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Man, I can't wait to beat a level 90, or at least level 80. Like a lot of the more difficult quests, I'll be excited to try. What news is Sir Emmerich to share with us, I wonder? Might Sir Emmerich perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Mayhap they have located that is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear that the Lord Commander has to say. Boy, you keep jumping to conclusions.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hraesvelgr?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That's true, man.
That he is Nidhogg's equal, I do not deny. Nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelgr's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal, and if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord. Though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then. We will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
Like, sometimes I forget to breathe. I'm just breathing very slightly while I'm watching. It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Emmerich. To Zeramar and I, Ishgard is as a second home. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight we are own. If there is aught that we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray and post all you must. Your true friends. Shall we be about our task then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Indeed, with that in mind, I've taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Tataru that you will be escorting me to Sam'al. I confessed I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are yet unknown to me. We will summon Heavensward at Zenith in the Churning Mist. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it best that we pay a visit to Anek's shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations? I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I propose that in part of our concern for her conditions, were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Well reasoned. To the Dravaining Forelands, then. Dravania. Hey, Vidofnir, what's shaking? Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and his companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidofnir. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal. I was tempered by the fires of battle ere thy great-grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace, when man and dragon knew such comradeship. Would that our every effort to do so were not undone by ancient rancor. For a truth, there could be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Sam'al, to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly, thou'st known as well as I how he will answer. Heavensward's heart remains unchanged, then, a pity. But if it is folly to hope, I am content to die a fool. as hath ever been the way with thy kind. Go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidofnia. We shall disturb your rest no longer. Ooh. A pepperoncino. A bascalio. A lotten steak. Apple strudel. A spiced cider. A spicy cider. I haven't used any of those yet, but that might come in handy later, I feel like. Though I expected no better answer from Vidofnia, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. 'Twould seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I anticipated. But what is the ire of the one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alphino. Scout ahead if you wish, Sirma. We shall join you outside Mogholm. Ah, the Mogs. Limo. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream. One's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Estinian and Isael yet walked at our side. Culpable, is that you, Sarabar? Ah, if it isn't Margot. Don't tell me you forgot my name, Cubo. After all we've been through together. But at least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Saramon? He looks like a Morgan. Phew, you seemed a bit hesitant for a moment there, but I'm sure you were just fondly recalling the time we camped near Zenith, right, Cubo? But putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Mogholm, Cubo? Ah, another audience with old hair, Svaga. Well, I hope you've brought the horn, Cubo. With the winds as gentle as they are, a good loud toot should reach the Great Worm's ears easily enough. That is good to hear, Morkan. Thank you. We had best press on to Zenith while the winds are in our favor. Now that was unexpected, Cubo. Chieftain Moglin will want to hear about this. So glad I got his name right. I wish they'd give me like one gil for getting his name right. Now actually... Yeah, I can just teleport right over. Oh, god damn it. Okay. You dare summon me again, mortals?
Great Hraesvelga, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelga. I am Emeric de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people.
To parley, thinkest thou thy purpose unclear to me? Thou art come to beg mine aid in the battle against the shade of my brood brother.
You foresaw mine intent.
I but read that which is writ plain in thine eyes. Would that thou had wit enough to scry the answer in mine. My beloved Shiva did once build a bridge twixt man and dragon, a bridge which thy treacherous forefathers sought fit to tear down, as thou well knowest. Thinkest thou Nidhogg was alone in despairing at the murder of our brood sister? Thinkest thou mine own soul did not cry out for vengeance? Know then that upon that accursed day my heart did wither in my breast, and thy kind became unto me the harbingers of despair. 'Tis only Shiva's gentle dream that prevented me from flying at Nidhogg's shoulder. Be grateful that I swore to abjure aggression ere I consumed her. I permit my children to offer or deny the aid as they see fit, to warn thy people of my brood brother's coming, that thou wouldst dare ask more of me, but affirmeth thine incurable arrogance.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope?
Perceivest thou such light in the dusk of mine existence?
I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Izel upon your back? Izel, piteous, deluded Izel. The child did lament her past sins and sought to balance the scales with her remaining days. 'Twas her unquenchable passion, so like to that of my beloved, which did spur me into flight. And for mine own part, I would countenance no longer the hands of evil men to use my brood brother's eye for ill. So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Spare me thine idle sophistry. Even were there a mote of truth in thy reasoning, what of it? Would thou have me slain mine own sibling to save a city of mortals? Why not just stop your own people from coming and dying?
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Thou wouldst strike down thy friend, and, by example of thy righteousness, persuade me to break mine oath and kill my kindred. Heed me, my child. The servants of Eidolon envision a different outcome. They intend salvation not only for Ishgard, but for the doomed Dragon Slayer as well. Believest thou this shade to be Nidhogg returned? It is not merely a manifestation of his vengeance, the shadow cast by thy brood brother's rage. I would not command thee, but ponder well thy course, lest it lead thee unto greater remorse. Dog's transformation into Rage Incarnate is in part of mine own doing. I rendered it unto mine eye, and empowered his revenge thereby. But 'tis the purity of my blue brother's wrath that lendeth him his all-surpassing might. Hadst thou the strength of will to stand against so terrible a shadow, I wonder? It would seem I must put thee and thy companions to the proof. I shall await thee in the ruins wherein Rataraskar once dwelled. Ratataskar, heed well the words of my children, hasten thee to the place of thy trial. Well, a trial means we can win it. Wife, good night. I believe I spied a wyvern landing just outside the palace. It is doubtless one of the children of whom Heavensward spoke. Come, my friends, let us not keep our escort waiting. A dragon escort? I mean, I'm ready to get freaky if you are. You know what I mean? Hey, Heavensward, I'm riding your dad. How do you feel about that, huh? My broodmates and I will bear you to the place of your trial. Make your preparations. Sour Kai. What is that, a fucking weed flavor? Well, 6 minutes is an actual wait time. I hate when it says 5 minutes, because that usually means that it's just like the lowest common denominator. Bum, 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 bum. And again, wait the 6 minutes, and then if it doesn't work, then I'll just do NPCs. Whoops. It is really hard to power up Riku. I know most people while they're queuing probably just have a different tab open and just like watch YouTube or something. But while you're streaming, it makes it like super awkward. I don't know. People probably have a bunch of stuff that they do. But, you know, if no one's watching concurrently, then like it's hard to really, I don't know. Feels weird. Feels weird, man. Well, after this game. Oh, riveting stuff. Okay, yep. Yeah, never a good sign when it, like, nothing different happens. Like, it doesn't show you that anyone else is even looking to join. Alright, let's do this. give me some of that sour kai, man. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? Suppose you could just get off work. It's just a little after 10. How's the Walmart life treating you? That's nice, man. First paycheck is just, oh man, it feels so good. It feels so good. Yeah, I had recently started a new job and it took like 26 days for my first paycheck, which kind of fucking sucked. But pays good, so, and it was a full paycheck. But yeah, payday always feels so nice. I'm just fighting a fan. Yeah, that's how it should be. Absolutely. I don't know. A lot of smaller companies will do that though too. Like I work for a company of like, it's like I think there's like 1,500 employees, which isn't like super small, but they'll be like, oh well, we didn't pay for the really nice, you know, payment software, so then like everything's delayed, and it's like, that's kind of horseshit. But once you have the really good jobs, man, that's fucking, when you get paid weekly, oh, that shit is like, that's like crack cocaine, because then you never worry about money. I think it's a little harder to save, but like, goddamn, that shit rules. I wish every job just paid weekly. Yeah, do you like your coworkers and stuff? Like, is that, you know, those are the portions of the job where, like, if you got some good coworkers, like, really makes the whole day. Yeah, that is good, you know. Yeah, nothing wrong with that for your first job, man. I've been doing IT for, like, 8 years, so, you know, all the experience builds up, and paydays feel better and better each time. Although if you don't pay rent, then paydays are fucking the coolest thing in the world. It's like, when I was in high school, man, I loved dicking around with my money. I really should have saved more. Yeah, is there anything you're looking to save up for, or are you just kind of working to work? Oh, the Guru. I assume that's just like a nickname. I don't know if Walmart's have gurus like Apple has the Genius Bar.
Away with you!
I haven't worked. Longest I ever worked somewhere was like 4 years. And that felt like a really long time. 13 years? That's crazy. Although by that time, usually you get pretty good benefits and stuff. And like, things all figured out. Like, yeah, I have a friend who I think works in the deli. He's a manager at the local Walmart there. And he says it's a pretty good gig. Yeah, any phones you're looking at specifically, trying to get? Also, yeah, PS5, totally fucking worth it. I love my PS5. I play it constantly. iPhone guy. Okay. Yeah, I know nothing about iPhones really, so I assume that's not the newest new one, but the one before that. Yeah. I've got, oh god, one of the Galaxy Folds, so that it like folds into a bigger screen. I think it blacks it out a little bit, but yeah. I really enjoy that one. Oh, nice. Well, you know, there's... I think it's good to experiment with different phones. Because then you learn what you like. I had an iPhone... FF14, no, it's okay. I had an iPhone... I feel like this is going to show my age a little bit, but I had a... I think it's a 3C. The ones that had the funny colors. So, that's the last iPhone I have. About a little over 12 generations ago. And I haven't looked back because I just like using emulators on my phone, like, and you couldn't do that at least at the time with iPhones. So, I suppose that's, I don't know, that might have changed, though. I can't believe that the last one I got was a 3C. Oh, God. I was so old. Although I had older phones than a 3C, I had a...
Focus. Release!
I didn't have a Razor Flip. But I had a similar one made by LG. That was pretty sick at the time. It had a fold-out keyboard. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know how much storage my phone has. I think it's 256 gigs. Maybe more. I have so much stuff just backed up on like Google Cloud, like photos and stuff, so I don't even think about it, honestly. And then I don't save a lot of playlists on my phone. I think that's a way that storage could really get eaten up. Save like videos and stuff, but yeah, I don't have a lot of stuff permanently saved on my phone.
Away with you!
Oh. Yeah, 16 is pretty low. That's too low.
Release!
If a phone only has 16 gigs, they should let you insert an SD card.
You underestimate me.
Seriously. I think that's the part that I dislike about a lot of modern phones, is that they don't have a place to put a micro SD card when, like, that used to be a feature in, like, so many phones that you could just slot in an SD card quick, and it was like, oh, now I have a terabyte of storage. You know, you probably wouldn't have had that much back in the day, but, you know, like an extra 64 gigs just then you can transfer files that way too. Man, new phones kind of suck for like customizability.
You underestimate me.
Am I just hearing really big chickens? Yeah, some more big chickens. One of the weirdest dungeons yet, honestly. This must be... Oh. Is this a box? Oh, yeah, it is. It's a Pegasus. Sick.
Away with you! Down with you!
Dickheads want to heal me? There we go. And off we go. Heavensward is like, I don't want you to kill any more dragons. Now I'm gonna have a trial where you kill a bunch of my children for me. How fucked up, if you ask me.
Release! Away with you!
There. Oh, there we go. Nidhogg will spare thee no clemency, and thus neither shall I. Alright, you bitch. You big dragon bitch. kilk your Falcor looking ass up and down these streets. Atreyu! Falcor! I didn't even realize what was going on. Okay, I get it now. Move away from me. Oh shit, I meant to, yeah, do that one. Oh boy.
It ends here! I have my pride.
You underestimate me.
Away with you!
I love when attacks do 0
Down with you!
damage. What an insult to a boss monster. Alright. You got taken down, me boy. Damn, weights really grow anywhere. Even bereft of an eye, my brew brother was a fearsome foe indeed. But having tasted thy strength firsthand, I do begin to see how thou did bring him low. Idle chooseth her servants well. Very well, I shall trust in the seed of man one last time. By thy deed shall the flickering hope that lingereth yet within my heart be kindled anew, or extinguished forever. Sick. That you yet stand is ready proof of your determination, mortals. Let us fight as allies then, and together banish my brood brother's vengeful shade. On my oath, the wrath that once was Nidhogg shall meet its end. And I swear on the memory of my beloved Shiva, and on the soul of lost Isal. Oh, my poor ribs. That was a painful reminder of a great worm's might. And had he truly meant us harm, we would not be standing here now. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of the dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. Cupo, Zerba, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. Did you see how my wings are kinked? Even my paw makes. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of my personal choice for quite some time, Cupo. Possibly indefinitely. What? When I told you about Zerma's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. That's triple the shifts for you, Morgan. At all.
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated. But the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
And don't you forget it.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
Right? Meow.
Oh, God.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
It has begun.
So like right now.
We must away to Ishgard.
Right now. Oh yeah, max potion, please. I always forget to use them, but very handy indeed. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go into bed. Take it easy, sleep till it, everybody. You'll, do whatever you want to do.